Hey, welcome back to Sean's Irish Whiskey Shelf, coming at you from the heart of the United States out here in the Midwest. Now, before we get started this evening, I want to give a shout out to two folks who have helped me along here locally by having some absolutely fantastic Irish whiskey either on the shelves or picking them up for me on special order. And some of what's behind me on the shelves wouldn't be there without these two people. So shout out goes to Nick and a shout out goes to Kale. And if you guys are watching, then you know who you are. And I really do appreciate the work that you put in to keeping your Irish whiskey stocked and helping me along in getting the Irish whiskey that I need to help support this channel. So thank you very much. And I look forward to buying Irish whiskey from you guys for a long time to come. There's a fly buzzing around in here. All right, so tonight I have two new Irish whiskeys. Now, both of these are actually very moderately priced. You should be able to pick up both of these, or at least I picked up both of these, for under $50. So nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're talking a Bushmills and we're talking a West Cork for under $50. Yeah, I think that's it's probably pretty good. So let's take a look and see what we've got here this evening. So starting off, Bushmills. And we don't have to talk about Bushmills, about the distillery. You've got their 12-year-old single malt here. 10-year-old single malt is on the shelf. This is their 12-year-old single malt. Aged in Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks. Seems to be a standard sort of aging process for Irish whiskey. So let's see how Bushmills single malt tastes on this blue collar palate. Okay, that's not terrible. Got a little bit of the alcohol burn. This is, I should have mentioned, 40%, so this is 80 proof. It definitely has the single malt taste. But either my palate is getting more used to it, or it's not terribly hateful. I think a future episode might be Bushmills 12 stacked up to Bushmills 10. Maybe that's something we could do and see how they are, on par with each other. But that's not too bad. It really isn't. I don't think it's going to be in the top tier, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I could see enjoying some pours of that from time to time. All right, so West Cork. Haven't done a whole lot of West Cork, mostly because this is only my second bottle of West Cork. I've got a bottle of their Glengarriff series up on the top shelf there. That was actually one of the nicer bottles that my wife ever purchased for me back when I first started getting into Irish whiskey. So this is a blend. This is not single malt, single grain, single pot still. It is a blend. And on the back, they mentioned that it is a blend of hand-selected grain and malt Irish whiskey, finished in double-charred first-fill bourbon casks to deliver enhanced vanilla and smoothness with a well-rounded lingering sweetness. So it's certainly going to have a different flavor profile than our Bushmills because it's a blend. This is 43% alcohol, so it's going to be 86 proof. And this comes from the West Cork distillery, which they say is the furthest south distillery. Let me get this right. The most southerly distillery. The most southerly distillery in the Atlantic archipelago. And it's really cool because you have a map of the lower part of Ireland right there. So that's it's kind of interesting. This is char level number 5. And it is finished in double charred bourbon casks. So we should get a really strong char taste out of this. It's also black cask. It's part of their black cask series. So let's take a sip of West Cork, their cask collection, black cask. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, you can taste the smoke in that one. But I can also taste, believe it or not, with this blue collar palate, they talk about enhanced vanilla. I think I can actually taste the vanilla. Go figure, right? Let me try one more time. I actually think I can taste that vanilla. I definitely taste that char, that kind of smoky char taste, and it is smooth. Between the two here, this is definitely the smoother of the two. It's kind of a unique taste, folks. With that kind of char taste and with that vanilla coming through, that really, really is a fascinating and unique taste. Nothing like anything else that I've tasted from my shelves yet. So, very interesting. Yeah. I think if you want to try something different and maybe you want to taste something that maybe you've never tasted before, you should give this a try if you can find it. That's very, very interesting. I had to finish it. Would I drink it every day? No, I don't think I would. It's not a whole lot more expensive. I mean, well, okay, let's put it in perspective here. All right, it's this 750 milliliter bottle is probably twice as expensive as my Tullamore Dew, but you're talking $20, 25 bucks. So yeah, it's twice as expensive, but still. But even that notwithstanding, I don't think I'd drink it every day. I think this would be, I think that might be a sip that I would have when just I felt like something different. Something to spice up the evening a little bit. Shake it up, you know? It's really pretty good. I think West Cork did a great job with that. So, for what it's worth, if you can find either of these on the shelves, if you're a single malt person, you can't go wrong with Bushmills. I don't think they make a bad whiskey in their bunch. And a 12-year-old single malt, you ought to find it. And if you can, pick it up and try it. But the West Cork Black Cask, that's a really interesting pour. So, well, that is all I have for you this evening. If you liked what you saw this evening, please take a moment to go down and click the thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, I'd sure love to have you as a subscriber so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I do try to do this once a week, and I've been hitting that pretty good here lately. So I'm having a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing this for quite some time later. It really has helped me expand my horizons a little bit, opening up my palate. I really hope that some of you out there have found some new Irish whiskeys to try, that maybe I've steered you in the right direction. And if I have, drop me a comment on my YouTube channel. Drop me a comment on Facebook, Sean's Irish Whiskey Shelf. I've got a page on Facebook, so I answer every comment. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you're drinking, what you like, what you don't like. Didn't like the fly buzzing around here, whatever it might happen to be. I'd love to hear from you. And until we meet again next week, I want you to be well, be safe, enjoy your Irish whiskey, because any reason to have a drop of Irish whiskey is a good reason, but do so responsibly so you can be here next week. All right? That's all, folks. Sláinte. Bye now.